Alright everybody, we have another video here today. This one we're going to be going over Humble Bundle. I like to do these Humble Bundle shoutouts because if you're like me, I used a lot of our disposable income building my PC that when I finally got it built, there wasn't a lot of money for games. So I had to take advantage of Humble Bundles or free games that Ubisoft or EA were giving out at the time when I built it. So I will always highlight these kind of bundles so you guys can see what's out there, because if you're like me, not an infinite amount of money to go spend on video games. So first I want to shamelessly plug the blog. I did a blog post today where I broke down these games sort of in depth to the best of my ability. So if you want to hop over to the blog, I do a lot of manga and anime reviews, video game news, a lot of these talking head videos that I do, I'll actually do a write-up on the blog and then almost use that kind of like a script. So if you want to see kind of like some of my more inner workings, because sometimes a talking head video idea will come to the blog first, so you can actually read about it before it comes out to video. But because Humble Bundle is such a time-sensitive matter, I actually wrote this blog today, and now I'm doing the video over it. So, let's go ahead and hop in to that. We have Spring into VR. This is the one ending the soonest. I'm going to go ahead and mute this, show a little bit of the games, just so you can kind of see what it's about. I don't have a way of playing VR, so none of these games are going to be that super interesting to me, and you're only getting to see a snippet. But again, if you want, feel free to pause and read this at your leisure. I'm also going to include links in the description, as well as I've got all the links here in the blog post. So they're just going to play these games where... So obviously I don't have any experience with these games, so I can't really talk about them. If you have any experience with these games, feel free to comment down below to let other people know. There was a Surgeon Simulator-esque game that was really popular back in the day, like Markiplier and those guys would play it, where it's kind of like Operation, but hard. And my friend used to love watching those videos. So we got Job Simulator, Sorrenta, and Borderlands 2 down in the $15 tier. So if you're unfamiliar with how Humble Bundle works, there are these pay tiers. So here's the $1 tier, here's the $14.82 tier. I don't know why these have just decided to stop working. And the $15 tier. So you can pay whatever you want. You can pay $100 if you want to, because when you buy it, your money will be split up. So here's the charity that you will be supporting. So you can actually divvy it up whether you want the money to primarily go to the publishers of the game, the charity listed, or to Humble Bundle themselves. So you can pay more if you want to, or you can pay less and you just won't get what's included in the top tier. Like you could pay $5, get detached, not get any of the above tiers, but you could divvy up how your $5 is spent. Okay, that's really the VR tier. I don't have a lot to say here. I will refer to my notes over here. I said the verdict for this tier is if you're going to shop this bundle, either grab the $1 tier for detached or the $15 bundle. There's no sense in just getting the $14.82 bundle. I don't know why they do this, but here's this bundle for $14.82. The next tier is like 28 cents more. So that tier doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Next up is the... where'd it go? The Couch Classics bundle. I like this bundle a lot, actually. I've talked myself into saying that this is one of the best bundles they've ever done. This is the $1 tier. It's kind of a retro game. It brags about having high-detailed retro graphics, 6 playable characters, 84 non-linear levels, a zombie invasion mode, and couch and online co-op. So if you like what you're seeing in this little video clip over here, it's just $1. But the $8 tier is pretty legit, honestly. So you get Ultimate Chicken Horse. Attacking Toucans has turned me on to this game, and I've wanted it ever since then. It's kind of like a death-defying Super Mario Maker. As you can see here, the characters can get murdered, but you're racing to get to the end of the level via, kind of a co-op competitive format, almost like Super Mario Maker, or maybe it's more in line with Little Big Planet. But this game looks pretty awesome. Jessica and I have talked about getting it and streaming it for a while now, so this game is very much on our list. 9 Parchments. I'm going to be honest, no idea what this game is about. You can see it's a top-down kind of RPG style. I don't play a lot of these games, so I don't know if calling it similar to Diablo would even make sense, or saying it looks like the Divinity Original Sin game. I don't know if those comparisons even hold water, but just off of my limited knowledge, that's really all I have to pull from. 20XX looks like a reimagining of the Mega Man franchise if it was influenced by modern-day roguelike game philosophy. That's how I view this. And it comes with online and local co-op, of course. Moving on up to the $10 tier. I wasn't too impressed with this tier. When I was doing my write-up, I was like, okay, Wargroove, it looks cool. It looks... Again, I don't play a lot of tactical RPGs, but it looks kind of like the Final Fantasy tactical RPG series that they've had. But I don't know. Then there's Lethal League Blaze, which I gotta give this game credit for unique points. It's very stylized. As you can see, it kind of looks like Jet Force Radio. I've never played the game, so I could be saying that wrong. But you're trying to beat each other up with these gravity-defying balls. Hence, you're the Lethal League, because this sport has been like outlawed. Game looks super interesting and stylistic, so if you're looking for a unique fighting game that's kind of got a different angle to it, maybe you might want to try that game out. But the one that sold me on the $10 tier, the reason I think I'll probably go with the $10 tier if I end up buying from here, is this Biped game. So it's, as you can see here, it's a physics-based 3D co-op action-adventure game, and it looks cool. There are times when watching this trailer, I'm not sure I'm sold on it, and then there's other times where I'm just like, man, that looks super cool. And I just start imagining like the things they could do in this space. And again, Jessica and I could stream this, and it looks like it would be a good time. So maybe the audience would have fun watching that. So the more I talk myself into it, the more I really like this couch bundle co-op. $10 isn't that bad. You get 7 games for $8 or $10, right? 7 games for $10 seems pretty strong in my opinion. This is probably just the best tier they've done in a while. Not that any of these games are like Game of the Year or Hidden Gems or anything like that, but they're all Lego games. So they're all going to be good. I mean, yes, your miles will vary, like how much do you like the series. Ninjago seems cool enough. I've never watched it, but I mean, it's Lego Ninjas, right? So you can see here, looks solid. I don't know if it'd be my favorite, but it's definitely got a different angle to it than some of the other Lego games. And that's the $1 game, so not expensive at all. Moving up here to the $9.50, I think this is another bundle that kind of doesn't make a lot of sense from the pricing standpoint, but, and you'll see what I mean here in a second, you get to start off with Lego Worlds, which is a game that's always looked interesting to me. Not that I could really tell you the first thing about it. Is it like Lego Minecraft, I guess? Which, why did it take them so long to make Lego Minecraft, right? But again, that's a solid starting point. Then you get Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 Deluxe. So, yeah, I mean, the Marvel and Legos, you can't really go wrong there. So you get all your favorite Avengers. He got Mysterio in the butt there. In Lego form. So, hard to go wrong. You also get basically the same game again, Lego Marvel Avengers. So again, you get all your favorite Marvel characters. I know it's kind of like repeating yourself at this point, but you see what I'm saying. If you like one Lego game, you will probably like them all at this point. It's just like, how much do you like the licensed characters? So this one comes with, the Lego Minecraft, basically, 2 of the Lego Marvel games, and a Lego DC game. So they are really heavy into superhero themes, but I think that's pretty good. Now for the $10 tier, which is why I was saying the $9.50 tier doesn't make a lot of sense. you can get this for just 50 cents more, which is Lego DC Supervillains Deluxe Edition. So now you get to play as all your favorite DC villains. And Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham Premium Edition. So, I know I keep saying so a lot, but this bundle, if you like the Lego games, how can you beat this value? In my write-up, I said this bundle is an amazing value if you like the Lego games, any of the licensed properties such as Ninjago or Batman, or want some fun couch co-op or family fun games. You can buy these games for your kids and not have to worry about it, and you'll probably even have a blast playing along with them. Because, yeah, I mean, it would have been cool if we had got Lego City Undercover. That would have been a pretty sweet addition, and that would have helped vary the gameplay so that it's not just a bunch of brawlers or, beat-em-ups. But either way, the Lego formula is pretty tried and true and beloved at this point. So if you like the way that any other Lego games have played out, here you go. It's just one of the best bundles of video games in a while. Next up is Down to Earth. I find this one a very hard bundle to gauge. So the dollar tier is in the running for one of the best tiers out of the whole four of them. Figment looks super unique and super interesting. It looks like it plays a little bit of like, you have to forgive me, I haven't played it. Is it Celeste, maybe? I can't remember. I could be wrong. There's a game that plays kind of similar to this. But you can just look at it. It's kind of got those old school, the point-and-click adventure games almost. It kind of looks like it's got that same kind of graphical style and just imaginative to it. It looks just super interesting, creative, and unique. And so for $1, I mean, how can you pass a game like this up? You'll probably end up... I've never played it, but it just looks like a game where you're like, what is going on here? And then you start playing it, and it just ends up being really cool. So I definitely dig this $1 tier. Next up is a game I've had on my list for a while. This is an action puzzle game, so it looks like it's got some kind of, almost Wind Waker-esque. Then combine that with a game maybe like Forger or something like that. I mean, this is for $1. You get these two games, so I don't see how you could say no to this bundle alone, and just for $1. This game has been on my want list for a while. I will definitely be picking up it in this $1 tier. But how high will I go? That's the question. Because up next we got Abzu, which I know a lot of people... Also, pardon the cars in the background. Just for some reason, it's really loud right now. Abzu, I know, is a beloved game. A lot of people love it. I couldn't tell you really what's going on, but you can see it's from the art director of Journey and Flower, two more kind of beloved, offbeat indie games, I guess. But this is going to be visually and graphically very gripping. Gameplay, I'm guessing, is where your miles may vary on here. Up next is Arita. I could be saying that wrong, but to me this game looks kind of like a budget title. Now, I've never strayed away from budget titles. I just kind of go into them knowing that. I don't know. I haven't done any research on this game, but face the effects of a drought in this historical single-player game that blends elements of survival and adventure. Kind of looks like a bare bones... I don't want to say Legend of Zelda, but you get what I'm saying. Just kind of bare bones to it. It could be solid. I mean, it is included along with some other good games, so it's not like you're paying $12 for just this game. And then we have Never Alone, which in my opinion plays like Limbo. So it's got this side-scroller kind of artistic game. Very hard to define and put into words. You see, it says an atmospheric puzzle platformer, which I guess we could agree Limbo is that, for 1 or 2 players, built-in partnership with an Alaskan native community. So that's cool. Play as both a girl and a fox. Switch between them at any time. Explore the Arctic environments. So I'm not sure how in love I am with this tier. I think it's a solid tier. You probably can't go wrong. But, if your money is hard-earned and you don't have $12 to just throw at video games you're not sure about, I I don't know if you're going to love this tier, but for just $2 more, we get a very interesting tier. Beyond Blue, graphically, this game looks, pretty good. Look, you're out there swimming with fish and various sea life. So from that aspect, could be interesting. I'm just not really sure what you do. Like, are you just exploring and, kind of taking in the environment and the animals and such? What is this? Experience? A voice cast. That's pretty cool. So this could be a game right up your alley. I don't know. So if exploring the undersea levels sounds tempting to you, then, by all means, check it out. Lost Ember is a game I hadn't really heard of, but after seeing this, it's kind of on my radar now. So we'll just read the description here. A breathtakingly beautiful world holds the secrets of its past for you and your companion to uncover in this 5-hour journey. Experience the contrasting stories of the fall of mankind and the lush life in a world reclaimed by nature with a wolf as your main character and a determined companion by your side. Explore the land, sea, and air as you possess any creature you come across. That's really what has me tempting. Fly through gargantuan canyon valleys as a parrot. Tumble through the grass as a wombat. Swim through the shimmering lakes as a fish. Your journey will take you from densely wooded jungles to lush rainforest canopies to barren desert plains and archaic temples. That is what has, just the possibilities of what you could be doing here kind of blows me away. Up next is Summer in Mara. This is a game I followed back on Kickstarter. So it's one of those peaceful, kind of atmospheric, kind of along the lines of, I guess, like Harvest Moon. Not that I really play too many games like that, but as you can see from the gameplay here, it's kind of an exploration game where you're going to explore, I think it said over 20 islands, see what they all have in store for you, and there's going to be, tending your crops, finding ingredients and equipment and such like that, and then exploring the levels. So I think if you're into exploration and you're into kind of the what's the word for it, where you kind of tend to things and you're not necessarily working towards an end game, but you're just building a world, then this might be right up your alley. So here are the key features. Over 20 islands to explore. Customize your own islands with building crops and farm animals. Over 25 characters to meet and befriend. More than 300 quests to make Mara a better place. Day and night cycle. And you'll have your own island for taking care of. So pretty crazy bundles, right? By my estimations, the best bundle for the value is the Lego $10 tier, which gives you all of these Lego games. The Couch Co-op $10 tier, just because you get all these awesome $8 games, but you also get 3 more games for just $2 more. And the $1 tier on Down to Earth, because you get Figment and Yono for $1. And that's pretty good if you're penny pinching. Games I highly recommend checking out of all these bundles: Summer in Mara, Ultimate Chicken Horse, Biped, Yono and the Celestial Elephants, and any of the Lego games, plus Abzu. Those would be the games that I highly recommend checking out. Lost Ember too. I don't know why I didn't include that. But yeah, I highly recommend checking out those bundles and those games specifically. So let me know if any of these bundles actually interest you, which ones you plan on checking out, and what you thought of this video. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, hop over to the blog, do some reading if you like, leave a like. On the YouTube channel, make sure you hit notifications. Balan Wonderworld Episode 3 should be coming out a little later today, so be on the lookout for more Let's Plays and more videos like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.